If there's one thing this carnival is giving us, it's that all these elements are being unmasked. Janja at Sapukai is causing a huge problem for Inacio. Because it's obvious, right? If you take away half a dozen activists, everyone is seeing the truth. Muggings, crime, theft, and even the reporters themselves are announcing it. But just look at how things are. That little girl from cable news network Gallipo's girlfriend, Gallipolo, who lately has been praising Inacio, saying that God put Lula to be the leader of Brazil. At this moment, as the central bank is going through this crisis, that's why I say this. They were saying over there that influencers were being paid to speak badly about the central bank and, well, about Banco Master. I'm different. To me, it's all nonsense. None of them are worth anything. Would you vouch for Gabriel Gallipolo, the guy who says it was God who put Lula there? But, okay, I'm gonna show the reality, because his little girl from cable news network is saying that people are rich, that people are going to Carnival. We're seeing people going to Carnival. They're at least able to buy a skewer, and people say they're rich because they can buy a skewer. Look, folks, keep sharing the video. It's spectacular. Janja, once again being the center of attention, hurts her little finger. Then she comes to be part of our family. Don't forget to subscribe here and share the video a lot. My friends, before we start, I want you to take a look at this image here. You see, it's me in a Drillies. Look at how big my face was. Look at the size. This other video here that I made for TikTok was about 5 or 6 months ago. Look at my double chin. Look at the size of my face. Look how swollen I was. 20 kilos heavier, 20 kilos heavier. Now, I want you to take a look at this other image here. You see it, guys. Slim Fever, this product here that I advertise on the channel, here on our channel, is official, okay? It's official. It's the place with the biggest discount. Because I have a partnership directly with the owner of Slim Fever. Because it was through this little product here that I managed to lose 20 kilos. 20 kilos. I used to weigh 105 kilos, and today I weigh 85. Thanks to Slim Fever. So, if you're thinking about going on a diet, we know that at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year, and so on, the keeping in shape is tough. I use Slim Fever. It's a little powder, you put it in water, stir it, and it gives you that feeling of fullness, you know? And you'll be able to lose inches. If I could do it, why can't you do it too, right? It's a great product to fight obesity, to help us lose weight and look good. It's an excellent opportunity. All the results are here. All the results are right here. A few months ago, 20 kilos. I'm living proof that I managed to lose weight. I made a direct deal with the Slim Fever supplier. You won't be able to buy it at our price anywhere else. Here is the best deal on the entire internet. So the link is right here, just below. Don't miss this opportunity. Let's lose weight, get slim, look good. I'm sure, look, your quality of life will change. The link is right here, just below. Check this out.
After Genesis went to the carnival, look at all these things happening.
Someone got sick, but now, man, seeing Lula's school parade at Sapukai, then there was a mass robbery. It's all good.
See?
The spell backfired on the sorcerer. Look at this video. I just saw it now.
The hero got caught in an old-fashioned mugging. Caracolitos neve what? Did he trick you? Like how?
Spaces are either for the central area or for the post office side, and especially during school dismissal.
We received some messages, and there are also reports on social media from many school members saying that during dismissal, they are approached by 4 or 5 people who form circles and rob them. I don't know if you remember, but last week when we were leaving Saputai, we were coming back along this street, which is Kaluchi Street. One of the guys there was shouting because someone had just robbed a woman and they were running to the street behind. We received reports of a mass robbery during the gathering.
But wait, someone had just robbed a woman. But isn't Janja supposed to be all-powerful and in favor of women? She must be safe, right? The other women, not so much.
When he left Unión da Ilha, it was already 2 weeks ago, so it's a problem that's not new. And it's a problem that's being heavily criticized on the social media of both leagues. And we need to, and we're making this video to request that some action be taken. Janja, it's already been done, so it's necessary for the leagues to do something about it. Like a partnership with public agencies, whether it's the state government or the city hall. But there needs to be a partnership with public agencies so that this kind of robbery doesn't happen. And it's also important for the members who are leaving. We know that many of them talk to each other. They have WhatsApp groups. If something happens, they post it in the group, let everyone know what's going on, because we also received information that there was an attempted mass robbery at the end of the rehearsal in Niterói over there during dispersal. So since there isn't any action being taken by those in Niterói.
Look, he mentioned Janja's school.
The components that are leaving, we know that many of them talk to each other. They have WhatsApp groups. If something happens, they post it in the group, let everyone know what's going on. Because we also received information that there was an attempted mass robbery at the end of the Niterói rehearsal over there in the dispersal area. So since there isn't any action from the...
There was an attempted mass robbery at the end of the exit over there in Niterói, which is the school that also received millions to do propaganda for Lula. In other words, what they're complaining about is Lula's little boys who steal to have a beer. But it's not just to have a beer. Look at the scandal. Lula's school, the people there at the school being mugged, robbed, stolen from. There with Janja going out, partying, all that craziness, okay? All this happened publicly and wasted tax money, man, activist. I thought it was absurd. The little one here from cable news network girlfriend of Galípolo, the president of the central bank. Now, she really managed to show that Brazil is making progress. The people who are going to Carnival have money to spend.
One is one.
A skewer, so everyone is rich. I didn't know that being rich. Now, if you can buy a skewer, you're better off.
Stay at home, right? Belle, even on the news, we follow this thing like, oh, they're saying the economy is good. Do you actually see São Paulo's Carnival crowded? So people are, at least the ones who came here, we're talking about millions with purchasing power, right? Sometimes just to buy a bottle of water or sometimes just to buy a skewer, but they're there, they're spending because they have purchasing power. I'm giving the example of Carnival here because it's also a reflection.
Man, I didn't hear that. That the purchasing power is really good. The purchasing power is extraordinary. Because the person has 3 reais. A bottle of water costs 3 reais, let's say 5. You're at Carnival. With 5 reais you can buy a skewer. How much does a skewer cost at Carnival? About 12 reais. So if you have 12 reais in your pocket to eat a skewer and 5 reais to drink some water, she won't even get you a Coke. It's like Coke is for millionaires now. Imagine her boyfriend then, right? Chiquitita's boyfriend. If you have 5 reais in your pocket and 12 reais to buy a skewer, congratulations, you made it in life, you made it in life. Now you become an extremely prosperous person with 12 reais in your wallet plus 5 to get some water. This is the definition of the activist. Just to try to defend her boyfriend's boss, what these people won't do. All sorts of tricks just to defend her boyfriend's boss, Inácio. They have the nerve, they really put on a show here to say all this nonsense. So, congratulations. You made it in life, you have 12 reais in your wallet, $5 to buy some water. You're rich, right? This is mocking Brazilians. It's mocking, it's making fun. It can only be sarcasm, pure sarcasm. I say it in the worst way possible. These people have the nerve. They don't even have the guts to say something this ridiculous. But it's better to listen than to be deaf. Look at what this great journalist from the press says here. He shows the reality.
Do you understand that the good side of cable news network isn't being annoying? But take a look at the official Instagram page of the Brazilian government. There are kittens dancing, there's a little capybara in pink panties, there's mockery, a huge infantilization about all of this. And it's the official page of the Brazilian government. If it were Lula's government page, we could even accept it, but it's the page of the Brazilian government. Now, let's take a look at the government pages of Germany, the United States. Let's take a look at Belgium's government, and what we see is seriousness.
You said absolutely everything, and that's the fact, my friends. How are you going to believe in a country when you see these absurdities here, right? These absurdities while the people, she's there, surrounded from above, security guards, Lula's granddaughter here, look, Lula's granddaughter. The other members who don't have access to security there are being robbed and all. But yeah, look, if you look for it, you'll find it. Look at the numbers here. Everything is being shown very clearly. Even that guy Pimenta here, acting flamboyant. Even little Pimenta here, acting flamboyant. He's here. Look, he's here. Yeah. It's absurd. It's a disgrace. We still see some of these media activists trying to fool us. Today, I'm telling you, Enrique posted here, and he said everything, okay? 38 Ministry Samba School, Carnival campaign, rents ships for Conference of the Parties, 30 spends on television ads, extremely expensive trips for Janja. Braille books for children are not a priority. Did you see what just happened on Globo itself, showing, look at this news, which is to seal the coffin of this Braille Zero misgovernment. For the first time in history, the MEC, the Ministry of Education, leaves 45,000 visually impaired people without textbooks at the beginning of the school year. 45,000 students who are visually impaired and need the books will not have access to the books. Why did Lula spend money on the school just to be honored? To make a tribute, he gave $1 million to the school. All of Janja's partying and all of this being flaunted. But that lady from Cable News Network promising us that Brazil is beautiful, that people are rich, because they have money to buy a skewer and drink some water. Look, it's such a lack of shame that we have to put up with this. It's embarrassing, Janja throwing her tantrum over there, people getting robbed. But no, it doesn't matter. You've got 12 rays in your wallet to eat a skewer, and 5 rays to drink some water. You're rich? Congratulations. You've made it in life. Share this video, my friends, on WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook. Hit the like button. Come be part of our family. Don't forget to subscribe here. Isn't that good? Big hugs to all. May God be with you. See you next video. Thanks.
I'm out.